This playthrough is rated T for teen. It's been a long time coming, viewers, but now it's time. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a new game from our library, and this time it's Shadow Hearts 2, the sequel to Shadow Hearts Run 1. Came out in 2004, published by the Midway and created by Aruze Corp and Nautilus Inc. Sacnoth, the guys who had made this game, have kind of been incorporated into another group, so some people worked on it, but it's kind of its own beast. Shadow Hearts 2 is probably one of the better sequel games to ever come out of an RPG series, and that's saying a lot, just because the game has more action, more comedy, more options to play, and bigger scope of a game. So if you like all that, come as we play Shadow Hearts 2.
That's as much as I can remember.
The following day, Lieutenant Koenig, you were found by the Metz Highway, along with Sergeant Robert and 8 survivors.
Yes, sir.
It's quite a story, but it seems we'll have to believe you.
General, just give me another...
Lieutenant!
Karin, I've already decided to do that. I'm sending you back to that village. But this time you'll be a guide.
Me, a guide?
Our forces invaded France from the north and have managed to push back the Western Front beyond the Meuse River. But that village alone has stubbornly refused to surrender to us, and continues to remain outside the Empire's grasp. Doremy may be beautiful, but it has absolutely no strategic value to us. But for the honor of the Empire, we must not allow anyone, or anything, to stand against us. Even if we have to face a demon itself. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
This is Cardinal Nicholas Conrad. He's come all the way from the Vatican. (1915). Early spring. The world is in the middle of a huge upheaval. It started with a single shot, and the fire of war spread within a single instant. All of Europe was engulfed, and the struggle soon grew into the first worldwide war the human race had ever known. From a corner of this battlefield, our story begins once again.
Well, was that enough exposition for you? So yeah, takes place not too long after the first Shadow Hearts game, but funny how we're not playing as Yuri or anything like that. But did we see him during that cutscene as a monster? And what about Roger Bacon? Why is he being carried off by that lummox? Well, we'll find out that eventually. But for now, we're on the map screen, so this is how we travel, just like in the last game. We press triangle, go into the menu button. We can check and see a look at our items. So look what we got here. We got taro leaves. So let's take a look at those, or tharo leaves. A natural herb found throughout Eurasia. The leaves can be boiled in water to make an invigorating drink, or mashed and applied to wounds, seize pain. So these will heal us. I think it's 50 or 75 healing per thing. Let's see, mana leaves, 50 MP per use. Famed herb often mentioned in witches' legends. It's said that leaves are dark red because of the animal blood herbs consume. Restores mystical strength. Pure leaves. Plant containing narcotic chemicals brought from the Americas in the Age of Discovery. Became popular for relieving stress on long ship voyages. Yeah, this will stop us from going berserk. I'll talk about that later. For those who didn't watch the previous game or new to this series. Talisman of Luck. An ancient phoenix drawn on papyrus made from a plant grown in an unknown place. It revives fallen adventurers and restores a little of their health. Yeah, this is the revives of the game. Well, there's other revives, but this is the basic one. This revives you at 30 HP if you're unconscious. Tent. These heals your whole party whenever you're at a safe spot or a spot where you're not in a danger situation. An easy to carry tent. Use overnight at a safe point to cover all party members' physical and mystical strength. Disposable but fully biodegradable. How progressive of you. Alright, well, let's back up here. Alright, let's look at our magic here. Well, actually, let's look at a personnel for our characters. So this is Karin. She works for the German Empire, and she's helping them try to capture Doremy. So we can press square to look at her action animations. That's her magic. One was her physical attack, one was her magic attack. Then we can rotate her model. Very cute. So, yeah, no Alice in this game, for obvious reasons. But anyway, she has an affinity stat. So in this game, there's a thing called affinity. If you either during certain party event, or during certain story events with decisions, or if you, well, I'll go over that when we actually get to battle. But let's just say certain events can increase this affinity, which if you work together with certain party members, will increase your damage and effectiveness. Profile: Lieutenant Karin Koenig, or Koenig. A lieutenant in the German Imperial Army, she has been ordered by General Hyman, head of the garrison in Luxembourg, to capture the village of Doremy. Alright, well, let's take a look at our ally here, Nikolai. He is, oh yeah, I gotta go over their affinities. She's fire, so anytime she fights anyone in for same affinity, there'll be slightly reduced damage, as well as if she fights anyone against her opposite affinity, she'll do a little bit more damage, but more damage will happen to her because of her affinity. Nikolai here is light, so dark would be his affinity, or opposite affinity, while for Karin it'd be water. But anyway, he's our magic user. He's our white magic user. He's got no affinity with Karin right now. And his profile: Cardinal Nikolai Conrad. Disguised as a priest and exorcist, he was sent to investigate the demon of Doremy. He is actually a heretic whose charming smile hides his darker side. Spoilers, game. Yeah, this is... I don't know why the game lets you check this so early, and it tells you that he's a heretic. Like, what? Aren't you supposed to, like, wait till a certain spot in the game to be able to check this? But yeah, the fact I can check it early. A bit spoilery, but we'll just pretend we did check it for story purposes. Anyway, we can, here's our equipment screen. Equipped a weapon, armor, and 3 accessories. We don't have any accessories. Yeah, we got a officer saber. A ceremonial sword worn by German officers, similar to Japanese katana, allows for both thrusting and slashing attacks. Officer coat. Coat for female officers of the German military. I didn't think there were any, but this is a fantasy game and a fictional world, so we'll forgive it. Devoid of rank or insignia or dyed a plain dark camouflage is clearly meant for the battlefield. Well, there could be female officers, but not in combat situations. Usually they were relegated to information gathering and the stuff like that. But anyway. And then we got Nikolai's stuff. Galahad's sword. Galahad? From the Knights? Huh. A sword for the days of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. A consecrated, closely guarded treasure. Only the chosen few may handle it. And then Paladin's robes. Formal public attire for holy sages, made of mere cloth. The blessings of generations of archbishops have imbued it with spiritual protection. Okay. And then I think that's it. Oh yeah, Nikolai is a white magic user, so he can use Cure and Bless. Cure heals you a small amount of your HP. I think it's like 20% or 30%. I'll have to double check it. And then Blessed Light is light class damage. So I'll go over that when we actually get into combat. But I think that's it for now. Oh yeah, we can go to the help menu, which is basically, this is the how to play a game, but I'll discuss that as we play, so I don't need to click at that stuff. We got our score. What this is just a fun little thing. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but this just tells you how well you're doing over the course of the game, what your rate is and your rank, and if you can hit total rank. Kind of like in the last game, it's more of a just a, hey, how well did you do, or how do you compare to other people? We'll see what happens. I doubt I'll get super. I'm trying to think of how I got in the last game. Rank wise, I think I got to level 9 or 8 before the end of the game, I think. Something like that. I'll have to look. It's been a while since I played the first game, so. And then this battle time, times you ran away, went berserk, stuff like that. Like I said, this is just little things to just kind of look at just for funsies. So, and then your total success rate, battles, how often people help, stuff like that. So, and the library here, this gives us our monster and character library. So, yeah, monsters, we have nothing. Yeah, we'll in a second. So, General Hyman, Imperial German Army General and commander of the Luxembourg forces. He orders Karin's squadron to investigate the demon of Doremy's impeding their invasion forces. He has a nod and a handshake, so. And right now all we have is General Hyman there, so. And we already went over our inventory with what we got here, our key items. We already got our weapons and no accessories, so. And then option, we could change off our vibrations. I'm just gonna turn it off. Let's see, message speed. Might make it fast. We'll see how I want to do it. Subtitles, yeah, we'll leave that on. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, let's head on to our first dungeon, the Apoina Tower.
Is this your first time at the Vatican?
Yes.
I need to do some careful preparation before we go to Doremy. There's a certain item that I must have in order to complete this mission.
A certain item?
Yes, a sort of good luck charm. It's used for exorcisms.
And that's where we're going now?
Yes, it's inside Apoina Tower. Also known as the Tower of Atonement. It seems you know of it. For many, many years, dangerous heretics and others like them were kept imprisoned there. It's filled with the spirits of those who went mad from the torture. That's why it's a safe resting place for the item that I seek.
But why am I coming?
Well, to get to the top of the tower, I need your help. I'll feel much safer if you're with me. It's this way, Lieutenant.
I should warn you, it's completely different here inside the tower. It's filled with real monsters and ghosts, you know. Monsters? But don't worry, compared to that demon in Doremy, they should be a snap to handle. And now, make sure you don't wander too far from me. Let's go. Sorry, I'm never gonna be able to repeat the same guys' voices, so. Alright, this is basically the tutorial dungeon to figure out how to play the game and everything like that, so. Alright, let's grab some of our items. Or we could get into battle almost instantaneously. Yeah, we can learn the basics of battle, but I know how to do that. Let's skip it. It basically just tells you how to do battle. So, unlike the previous game, we now have turn order cues on the top there. So now we know who's going to go win at what point. So this will allow us to plan for certain things over the course of the game. So we have standard attack, hard hit, earth high angle, and knockdown. For now, these really don't mean anything to us at the moment, but I'll go over them when it becomes actually pertinent. We've also got white magic, where we can cast Cure and Blessed Light. Cure can hit an ally for a certain amount of HP, and Blessed Light can hit a circular angle to hit multiple allies. So yeah, we can actually... so now there's sort of... Placement is sort of important in the battlefield when it comes to movement. So you might be able to hit as multiple characters depending on how they're placed on the battlefield. I don't need to cast Blessed Light because these guys are weak enough as it is. Oh yeah, these guys are... we can also use items, we can also defend, and we can defend against... we can defend against damage, we can also resist, which what that means is stand my ground, which means you try to prevent yourself from getting moved. That'll be important later. I'll explain that in the next battle. We can also run away from battle if you think it's too dangerous. So, alright. So like in the previous game, we have the ring system. So what we want to do is we want to hit... If you hit in the orange, it means you guarantee to hit. The red ones are called the strike zone. Strike zone means you do a little bit more damage, and you have the possibility of critting target when you hit them in the strike zone. Oh, well, I missed. So that's a good start. But there's also, depending on the battle and who you fight, if you hit a lot of times in the strike zone, you might get little bonuses in the battle. For hitting multiple strikes, for example. So if you're good at it, you're going to try to go for strikes. Now, as you can see there, if you notice that Karin is going to go into red in their third thing up there, what that means is on that turn she'll go berserk unless we heal her SP. In this game, when you reach 0 SP, you basically go insane or crazy, kind of like in Call of Cthulhu. So you basically become uncontrollable. So you want to try to prevent that from happening if you can. So. But luckily, we should be able to finish him off before that happens. But probably could have used Bless to make sure that didn't happen in the first place, or not miss an attack. But yeah, pretty straightforward.
I pray for their souls.
Do you, Nikolai? But anyway, yeah, you can skip the dialogue if you don't want to hear him talk. But yeah, people usually talk if they win. So yeah, you get cash and experience, and then your SP.
Those were easier than most. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Makes sense you'd freak out after fighting the generic enemies of this game. Alright, let's take a look at the library. Now, our first encounter, the Revenants. These guys are Dark Element. They're basically zombie skeleton thingies, but anyway, undead creatures haunted by its own regrets. Small bits of rotten flesh still cling to its skeleton. It despises all living things and attacks randomly. But, oh yeah, the music in this game is fantastic. I mean, I thought the music in the last game was good, and it's good. I think, well, actually, it might be about the same in terms of quality. But anyway, if we go up here, we can get a Terror Leaf. Alright. So you have to pay attention to this place. So you either want to look for exclamation points or question marks, or explore certain venues just to make sure you grab everything. Yeah, it's weird how Karin seems to be the main character, but yeah, I saw that question mark. Yeah, sometimes there'll be hidden items there or something to interact with. So it looks like he's about to go off for a jolly jog. Oh yeah, and we can obviously go to here and save it. So if you press triangle and then go into save, we can make a save slot. So yeah, it takes a hot second, but alright. Yeah, make sure, like all RPGs, anytime you find a safe spot, save it, no matter how confident you are in this. Anyway, let's go upstairs. This should be our second story-based battle. Alright, this tells us about combos. I'll go over that. So basically what combos do is they allow you to tag yourself to an ally, and then you can do multiple hits together, and that sometimes they'll usually allow you to do a little bit more damage, or allow you to juggle people to get even more damage, stuff like that. So let me combo with Karin just to show that off. So what we do is combo, and then you can choose to do nothing or try to resist damage, which is the enemy, if they smack you, have a chance to knocking you out of your like spot. But since Karin's gonna take her next turn, we're gonna go immediately into the combo. So now we can do two different turns. So we can either straight up attack him, we can hard hit him, high angle, or knockdown. So let's do one of my favorite combos. So let's do high angle, this creature called the Statue. So we just had to make sure it hit too. Okay, oops. Well, messed that up a bit. You're supposed to hit the right button, but I messed with the button. So I'll try to do it again here in a second. Let me finish off this other statue and then we'll show it off. Whoops. Yeah, you gotta hit that combo button, otherwise it messes up the messes the combo, so whoops. Alright, let's try that again. Let's defend. Well, let's see. She's about to. Yeah, let's defend. Now he's gonna cast a spell. Yeah, that's Wind Elemental. Sorry, let's try comboing again this time with Nikolai. Alright, let's try high angle again like I was going to. Okay, we hit the combo this time. So what that do is they'll hold him and we went berserk during that, so. Well, never mind. And we got knocked out because of that. That's what happens when you go berserk. Well, not all the time. Sometimes she would just attack, so I waited too long, so she got knocked out, so. Well, maybe next battle I'll show it off.
They were foolish to face me in combat.
Not off to a good start, are we? I've already had Karin go berserk once. So there goes my score of how many times I've went berserk, so. Let me see if I can show off the score. Just to show off what happens when you... Times went berserk once. Calm and collected, so. But anyway. I don't know if I'll show off every single combo change, because, or every stat change in the scoreboard. So, yeah, every once in a while I might look into scores, so, just to show off where we're at, so. Okay, anyway. Alright, on to the next area. But yeah, sometimes if you go berserk, sometimes you'll get knocked out, sometimes you'll attack the enemy, sometimes you'll attack your ally. It kind of depends. It's random. I should be going to another battle here pretty soon. Maybe I'll show off combos properly this time without going insane. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, high angle. And then, yeah, then she can do something. So as long as usually it's better to make it where it works together with the character. So I usually like using either attack or hard hit. And then, like I said, more damage, the more you combo. The reason you might do other abilities is to maneuver people out of the way. Like hard hit knocks them way out of the way, so you might want to knock enemies away from each other for maybe if they're going to heal each other, stuff like that. So.
Was that it? Hardly worth the effort.
And we got a mana leaf drop from them. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over the statues.
Many have been imprisoned and died here over the years. Noblemen who lost in battle. Tragic princesses who were thought to have died of illnesses. You can still feel their malice.
I knew it.
What is it?
I'm not sure. But when I met that demon in Doremy, I didn't sense the malevolence that I feel from the people in this tower.
Huh. Could it have been because you were so afraid, then?
That may be part of it, but... he... was beautiful.
Interesting word to use.
Also...
Also?
he seemed sad.
Yeah, it's interesting words indeed. But yeah, let's go over the library for the next creature we fought. The statue. These guys are wind elemental, as you can tell from the spell. Brought to life by black magic, its intelligence makes it a powerful foe, since it sometimes feels the need to rebel. It's fitted with iron restraints for protection. Yeah, this game has kind of messed up enemy designs and everything like that, just like in the last game. But even more crazy now, so anyway. Probably should heal with Nikolai since we've taken some damage, so. You can actually heal more in combat, so the game almost promotes you using your abilities in combat where you can use the ring system because you can get more out of your spells. But if you don't care that much, or if it's not very much, you may just... Yeah, we get a mana leaf from here. But you might just... you might just use it outside of combat. It really depends on the items and abilities, so... Anyway, go over here. Get a mana leaf, get here, get a... Hit area expand. What does that mean? We'll find out that in a second. Like right now, actually. What is that thing? You weren't in the first game. I am the Ring Soul, the will of the Judgment Ring, the administrator of all fate. Could have helped us out with the first game, but whatever. What the? The world drowns in its own history, and in this time you must carry the burden of fate. Fate? I can see it. I can see thy future. This I entrust to you. I guess it's an attack boost. But what does it all mean? What? The power to command the Judgment Ring. Such power will help you carve your way through destiny. Wait, why give this to me? The Judgment Ring has the power to change the world. Fate only follows a straight path if it is used well. Fate? A straight path? There is nothing more to say. I will appear to you again to bestow upon you more power. But beware, I am always watching to see if you're truly the one to command destiny. Great, we got a voyeur spirit watching us. ... You should be honored, being chosen like that. Don't keep your new power all to yourself. Anyway, you get the ability to ring customize. So, I'll go over that here in a second, so... Yeah, nah, I could just tell you what it is. Okay, so basically what the ring customization is in the previous game you had to go to Mayon to change your weapon ring by acupuncture. In this game we can just do it manually, but you have to do it with the hit area expand and strike expand items you'll find throughout the course of the game. So basically what you could do is you can change either the first or second strike or whatever strike, because have you noticed we only get 2 attacks, but in the previous game we got 3? Well, we can actually change that with attack boosts in this game. So we can now give ourselves either 1 to 2, 3 times attack, and if you do like less times, you don't really do more damage. It's just easier to hit and get the strike zone for like critical moments. So you do want to do multiple times. It's just it just depends on what ease or how much you want to mess with it. So we're going to give ourselves an attack boost to Karin here. We can also give ourselves item effects when we do stuff in combat. For just this section, we're giving the evasion down for free, so we have a chance to reduce the enemy's evasion rate. So we'll go ahead and equip that. And then hit area width, we can change what it is with the items. And then the ring types is how you want to play the game. So we have normal ring, which is your basic function. We got practice ring, which allows us to make mistakes, but we'll never be able to crit and do strike zones. So if we miss a ring, we can actually keep doing it till we hit it. We just won't get max damage. So if you're just super new to the game and you want to keep working on mastering the game for like score purposes or whatever, you could use practice ring. You'll just, like I said, never do max damage. This is for newbies, basically. Well, actually, there's one item for newbies. This is basically for people who want to try the game without it basically putting on auto mode for you. Then we got the technical ring. What this is that you can, if you miss a single one of these, you miss your whole attack. But if you hit all these do a little bit more damage overall. So if you're trying to get a little bit more damage out of your characters with a little bit more risk, you do the technical ring. And then the gamble ring, what this is allows you to basically only have one ring, one thing. Even if you have 3 attacks, you can set it down to 1. So basically if you hit the hit area, all your attacks will hit. If you hit the strike area, all your attacks will strike. But the bad thing is, same with the technical ring, if you miss, that's your whole turn. So you have to kind of be careful about that. I prefer the technical ring for terms of pure damage. But it depends on how my mood is, if I do normal or technical. So for now, we'll do... Actually, you know what we'll do gamble ring for now, just for funsies. Now, if you really want the game to be super easy, you can turn on auto ring, which means the game will automatically do all your ring actions, which means you'll never be able to crit, and you'll do the, I wouldn't say minimum amount of damage, but you won't be peak efficiency, but this will allow you to I wouldn't say steamroll the game, but for those who have really, this is probably a game. This option is probably for more of those who have maybe like really bad hit-eye coordination, or those of an older age, or people who just don't want to mess with it. You can turn on auto ring. So I'm gonna do the ring system, but I wouldn't behoove you if you decide to do that. So anyway, let's increase our strike ring area. I'm not gonna do anything with Nikolai, so we'll just leave it as is. So all right, and that's pretty much it. So now let's keep going. Yeah, I like the fact you can customize the ring to make it as easy or difficult as you want. So, and we get into combat. So, but now we're into regular combat at this point. So, now we could do Blessed Light just to save ourselves some time. So, let's show that off actually. So, because they're all pretty much together, we can hit them all the Blessed Ring. So,
Here it comes.
like in the previous game, you have to hit the target to activate it, and then hit either the blue or red.
Grant them mercy.
The blue means you hit normally, and yeah, see, we got a perfect ring victory, so we get a terror leaf. So if you can do combats with like peak efficiency, you'll get bonus items. So it behooves you to try and get perfect victories if you can, or depending on the battle, if you can do it within 1 to 2 turns. So yeah, I like the fact that the game rewards players who are really good at the game. If you don't, it just means you have to pay for it later or buy it with money, which you can get the items eventually. It's just you get bonuses if you're really good at the game. Anyway, the door's tightly shut, so we can't go that way. So, all right, but if we can go to this thing. However, if we go over here, we get a pure leaf. All right, need more of those just in case Karin goes crazy again. We've already got a decent amount of them already. But, yeah, nothing over here, so... Alright, let's activate this thing. And there's the... sealed door, huh? We can go back. Also, we've got another save spot here, and if we check here in the corner, we get ourselves a tent. Alright. So let's go and activate the... Go to item menu. If you go into tent, you can use the tent. Boom. There you go. Yeah, game gives us a free tent, so... So we got quite a few saves. I'll usually, in the future, for this mission, I'll just save on the save slot. But in the future, I'll probably save per episode just for recording purposes. So that way, if something happens, I can come back to an old save file if I have to redo it or something like that. So, all right, well, let's encounter the first boss of the game. This is it, behind this door. Be careful now. There's a familiar keeping guard in there. ...
There you are.
Well, Nikolai's excited for boss time against the Gargoyle. Oh god, that was the most hardest enemy in Kudelka. Yeah, no, this guy's actually pretty easy. So this guy is Dark Elemental. He has 140 HP. He drops 50 experience, no souls, has 90 MP. He's a heavyweight, which means you can't just knock him in the air and stuff like that. He drops 200 cash and a pure seed. So basically Nikolai could do this guy by himself because of his blessed light attack. So basically this fight we want Nikolai to do all the damage, and Karin will either do supplementary damage or assist Nikolai in fighting this guy. So
Here it comes.
So yeah, he does a pretty decent. So we only had to hit him a couple of times to knock out his there goes Evil Ray. Yeah, it does quite a bit of damage, but nothing we can't handle. So he didn't take that much damage, so we could probably hit this guy. Nice. All right. Bless Light again. depending on things, we might have to heal Nikolai, but see, that guy did 11 damage. And Karen's about to go crazy again. We'll probably be fine, actually. Ah, that's fine. I don't need to hit strike every time. You just get better rewards if you can hit strike during a boss battle. But it's not like an item that's so big that I must do it, you know what I mean? There's also a reward if you can beat a boss really fast, too.
May they receive God's mercy.
Alright, if we're doing it in 2 turns, we get a little extra experience. If we're missing no attacks, we get a Terra Seed for that. Like I said, it depends on the encounter, like what we reward. So yeah, if you want to try to do as good as you can. So, if not a big deal. Like I said, it's just extra stuff you could get eventually. It just, you know, it's just a nice reward.
Is that it?
Yes. The ultimate tool for exorcising demons.
Well, looks like our first job is completed, and now we must head on to Doremy to defeat the demon there and give the German Empire a strong foothold for the war. What awaits us there? Can we defeat the demon with the help of Nikolai's help? Is he a sheep of wolf's clothing? Is our mission and story about to truly begin? Find out next time in the next episode of Shadow Hearts Covenant. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.